Check one, check two. Check one, check two. We are live.
Republic voters get to make a choice, and there are always winners and losers. Some in the liberal media felt very confident in their candidate. Others said they should have been more cautiously optimistic.
I think it's going to be a blowout, actually. I don't think it's going to be a close race. I think there are going to be those Republicans that just vote for Harris.
It'll be tied on Election Day, as always it will. The polls will be tied, and then he'll lose.
You call us trash? Oh, J.D. Vance.
Trash.
You just stepped up in a way that I've never seen in my political life, and I worked for Sarah Palin.
Then I would say take Harris over 270 electoral votes. Let these fools in these crypto markets do something. Let them drive the betting line into a favorable place and then take advantage of it. That's what I would do. I think she's going to win.
This month, you wrote Trump is toast. Do you stand behind that today?
Oh, even more so.
After America's
there you go,
voters
man.
spoke,
Holy smokes. They were all wrong. They'll all deny it, but there is video evidence now of all of the pundits, even Michael Moore there saying, oh, Trump is toast. He's toast. So good morning, America. Good morning, world. It's a new day in politics. It's a new day in social media. It's a new day. Donald Trump has won the election. The vitriol, I guess that would be a good word, the vitriol that the Democrats have beamed out over the last 4 years is fading, right? It's about to fade away, right? They're losing power. Democrats, Joe Biden is half dead. Kamala Harris failed, the failed candidate, as history will remember her. And that's really, that's where we are right now. Everything is in flux, and I hope it's in a good way. I can report that the censorship, at least on my end, I don't seem to be getting hit quite as hard. It seems like the chats are open. It doesn't seem like there's a very aggressive censorship campaign going on by yours truly. So I think it's the dawn, right? Trump has ushered in a new era of American freedom and democracy and freedom of speech. Is that an over exaggeration? Is that too much credit to Trump? I don't think so. I think Trump, based on what he's said in this campaign, everything that led up to the campaign, all of his 4 years as president, really, really points to what? Draining the swamp, right? Right, go after these people, right? Is he going to do it? We're going to find out. We're going to find out if people's heads are going to roll. But before we do that, we got to get to, we're going to say goodbye to Kamala Harris. I think there's clearly a case to be made that Kamala Harris is a historical figure right now. She's the second woman to lose election to Donald Trump. Trump ran against a senile guy and two women, unelectable women, right? Not just women, but unelectable women, right? Women that were thrown into the spotlight because they're women, and or women and black. You know what I mean? So give me a thumbs up in the chat if we're live. I just want to know if we're rolling. Sometimes it doesn't stick. But this is my thumbnail. Great photograph. Whoever took it, there's Kamala Harris sitting alone, and we'll hear her speech. We'll hear her out. I think we owe Kamala Harris at least a farewell. Right? I think honestly, I think her career is over. History will remember her as a vice president of the United States under Joe Biden, and her chances of running again or re-election are slim to none. No one's gonna back that, right? Nobody's gonna back that. And so the Democrats, right? And the Democratic Party is, I don't know. It seems like it collapsed. It's still there, but it's like it's impotent. It's a dead horse. It's a what is it? Lame duck. Lame duck, right? The Democratic Party now is a collective lame duck, meaning that no one's going to listen to them, right? On the world stage, no one's going to listen to what Joe Biden says. Joe Biden, up to this point, is probably saying, don't worry, when Camilla gets into the presidency, everything will go the same and or the way we're talking about it, it should go. Right? That's what Joe Biden is telling people on the world stage right now. But now that his nemesis, his arch rival, has won the presidency, it's a totally different story. Joe Biden is beyond lame at this point. He has no power, right? Really. Right? What kind of power does Joe Biden have? Right? He can push the button on his desk and get a free Coke, but that's about it right now. Right? So he's out. Good morning, everybody in the chat. William R. Hall from the great state of New York, Syracuse, New York. The artist. Gray day in Syracuse. It's always gray in Syracuse, William. It fucking rains. I remember when I went to Syracuse. I went to Syracuse University, and there was one time where it snowed for 60 days in a row. 6-0, right? It snowed every day, even some days just a little bit. But for 60 days in a row, it snowed. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah, so here we go. Weevil Girl's in the house. Who else is here? Deborah Q, good morning. Champs, Fear Porn, Weesty, and everybody else who's lurking. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your continued support of being here. And today is the day we give Kamala Harris her farewell speech. We listen to her speech, and then we give her a farewell. This is the Morning Report, educational, philosophical live stream. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, right here in Pennsylvania, the swing state of Pennsylvania, United States of America, where Pennsylvania has spoken, and Pennsylvania says they want Trump. The whole country went Trump. All right, so here's the electoral map. Right? Who won? So it turns out a day later we find out that not only did Wisconsin go red, but so did Michigan. So Trump has swept the Rust Belt, with the exception of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Michigan, all red. And Kamala Harris took Maine, whoop-de-doo. The only two states that are now outstanding, you could see the numbers. I think I was pretty close. Yesterday I said what? 312 to 228. It's going to be probably 230. 314 to 226. Kamala Harris doesn't get any more votes because Nevada is definitely going to go. You could call that already. Nevada is 51-47 Trump, and Arizona is 69%. 69% in and 52-46 Trump. So you can give that one to Trump. I would give that to Trump as well. So we can put this to rest. Popular vote. Yes, Trump has won the popular vote, it appears. There's no way of Kamala Harris catching him. 72.6 million to 67.9 million. Kamala Harris, the failed candidate. With all the incumbents behind him, her, the presidency, with all her leverage, couldn't pull it off, right? And what is that? Is that sexism or racism? No, she's a fucking horrible candidate. She was before she became vice president and got worse, got more disliked. So this shit is over. We don't have to look at it anymore. And what about these guys? I know there's, I don't know if Mikkel is here this morning, but any of the other J6 people that are watching and have come to know this channel, I support you, and I would love to represent you in the media, if you will, to get those pardons. Right? You got to get those. You got to get that paperwork in front of Trump. and remind him. It's not like he's going to forget. It's not like he's got right now. Trump has everybody in the world asking for a favor. You got to bring it back home to him. You got to remind him. You got to send it to his attorneys and remind him that the pardon is essential, right? Because, political prisoners, for lack of a better term, people who show up at a rally and get thrown in prison for 30 years, like this guy almost did. This is not American. This has to stop, right? This is one of the first things Trump better do if he wants to save some face, And so we got to get those. We got to remind people. So where is Kamala Harris? Where's Kamala Harris? Here she is. Oh man, Kamala Harris is seen in New York. Check it out.
What do you do for a living?
I
Kamala Harris?
Hi, nice.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm great. Stay in line.
What do you do now that you lost the election?
They're still counting. Obama said it can take, 3 to 5 months. So.
Trump's president.
No.
Excuse me, who'd you vote for? Do you have one message to the world now that you lost?
You gotta stay in line.
The election's over,
Well,
Kamala.
no, it's not. Okay. So stay in line, vote blue. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's me, Kamala.
Oh man, Kamala Harris seen on the street drinking a Budweiser, a big one. Oh, here she is. There's more.
McDonald's is hiring. Should I text Trump and be like, hi, how are you? Why don't people like me? I got a lot of free time now. I don't even know if I want to be president. Should I run again? Taylor Swift, Beyonce. And where are you guys now? Okay, because I'm in a basement drinking wine alone. Ella's gonna stop talking to me. I think I'll just become like an influencer. Like, what do you do after you lose the presidency? I just wanted to move America forward. I lost the presidency. Like, my policy was love, not going back. I think I'm a very likable person. I think I'm a very likable candidate. Yeah. Dougie's gonna leave me. Joy cometh in the morning. I don't really believe in God. Maybe I'll start a podcast. There you come. It's good. I did everything right. I wasn't Joe Biden.
Good stuff, man. Beautiful stuff, right? So there you go. What else we got here? So Bernie Sanders chipped in. Bernie Sanders, the great late Bernie Sanders. It should come as no surprise that a Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, would find that the working class has abandoned them. Wow, what a revelation. While the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change, and they are right. Ooh, Bernie Sanders a little late in the game. All right, the greatest president who never was, Bernie Sanders, 2016. If he would have won, he would have been wrapping it up right about now. Right, we would have been farewell speech. You know what's interesting too. A lot of people said when Bernie Sanders ran in 2016 that he was too old and that he wouldn't make it 2 terms. And look at him now. Bernie Sanders is more lucent than most people I've ever seen. Clearly and surely there. So we do hope that Trump has that same type of power, that same type of longevity into his 70s, because Bernie Sanders certainly does. And but for some reason the rank and file of the Democrats are falling apart. Nancy Pelosi is shaking. Fucking even Mitch McConnell is dead. They're dead, and Hillary Clinton lost her mind, right? And Joe Biden has been absent for 6 months, a year, but not Bernie, and it doesn't look like Trump will at all. So here it is, right? This is the last time. At least on this program, that we're going to give Kamala Harris any fucking any airtime at all, any consideration. I never liked her. I mean, I predicted from day one, never faltered, that unless it was a steal, Kamala Harris could possibly win this election. It seemed like the writing was on the wall. The writing was out there in the world that people were fed up with the Democratic wokeness, and they want, not that they wanted, but they still want economic stability. They want social stability, social equity that makes sense to them, not getting screamed at because you're white and you have white privilege, or you have white supremacy, or you're Asian and you have to step to the back of the line because, oh, we know about those Asians, they're smarter than we are, right? And affirmative action and critical race theory and all these horrible things that encompass the Democratic Party right now. It's not the party that I ever signed up to be part of. Certainly, I walked away with the Sanders movement, 2016. And but anyway, here's Kamala Harris. There she is, cackling away. Hopefully, we'll see what she says. Let's listen.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Oh man.
Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I might just say that there's like half the audience is watching today because I got Kamala Harris on the screen, and I apologize for that. I think she's very painful to watch. I agree. However, she is the sitting vice president and she is the losing candidate. Rather than have to listen to the racists on MSNBC spin it, let's listen to her direct and see if we can maybe understand her a little better. Maybe let's. There's a lot of revelation in someone's concession, right? When they say, "Okay, I lost," and how does she address Trump? What does she say? 11 minutes, and we'll give it to her.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today.
Full of shit.
Full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me. Full of love for our country.
She watches a lot of Obama videos. That you can tell, right? Barack Obama has that same mannerism, and it's not because they're both black or half black. It's just that it's a Democratic thing. I think they all. I would argue that they all stole it from Bill Clinton. And Barack Obama. I'm talking about the crescendo of the way Kamala Harris speaks. It's unauthentic. It looks like she was watching a lot of Obama videos before this.
And full of resolve.
Seniors, if you were born...
Saved by a commercial. Hold on a second. I still have commercials.
Qualify for the...
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for. But hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
It's just like puppetry, right? She's a puppet. You can almost, if you strain your eyes, you can see the strings. She's reading platitudes after losing a presidential election like this. Platitudes.
As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
Fighting for what? You never told people what they're fighting for. That's why you failed.
To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue.
Tim Walz, I'll say that he didn't get smeared too much. He was on a losing ticket, but he'll go back to Minnesota And he'll be a rock star as the governor of Minnesota. I don't think his career is over. But Kamala Harris has nowhere to go. Maybe CNN will hire her, or who's going to watch her? Who cares? She's gone. Her political career is over. Maybe she'll get a seat on The View or something.
And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you. I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it.
You're proud of it because you're a loser, and you're proud that you lost, you moron.
And the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
I still haven't. I hear nothing specific. No connection at all to regular people at all. It's like a pipe dream, right? She's reading a pipe dream, and the good news is that it really didn't work. If she failed, right? She failed. Kamala Harris failed, right? The Democratic Party failed, right? All of the pundits, all of the James Carvilles of the world failed. They got it wrong. Where's Robert De Niro now? He better watch his ass. Trump is going to go after fucking De Niro, right? He's going to ban his movies. Right? That's what Elon Musk should do, right? They should get a media campaign to fucking scrub Robert De Niro from the movie records and jerk off.
And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Oh, wow. Let's listen to the cackle one last time. I think that's the last time we're going to hear it.
Experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition. And that
why wouldn't you? Because you lost. Get the fuck out of the building, right? Time to go, yo.
We will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
This country has never seen anything but a peaceful transfer of power since the Civil War. You phony. You creep. You creep, right? You and your administration going after people with power, right? Telling people, about get this vaccine or you're fired. Right? Bullshit. Meatball says, Matt Bell says, I read that as Meatball, I'm sorry. This is all blah, 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 nothingness. Right? It really is, right? You're looking at an empty suit, a place mark, right? That's what Kamala Harris was. She was a place mark for the Democrats to project all their garbage on one single person and then expect her to run a campaign and win. That's not how it works. You see, Democrats, what you do is you look for genuine talent. And you had that genuine talent in 2016, and you threw it under the bus. The genuine talent was Bernie Sanders, who blew away the Democratic Party, and everybody wanted him in there. And what did we get? We got fucking Hillary, right? And everybody turned away and never went back. That was my prediction. They never went back. If you want to say, well, they went back in 2020 to elect Biden, I would dispute that. I stand in the realm of that was not a free and fair situation at all, right? There were shenanigans, and those shenanigans were never investigated, really. So So,
A fundamental.
but they don't look for talent. They look for puppet and then project all their garbage onto the puppet. Why don't you just look for real talent? Like Trump has got a great eye for talent. Right? J.D. Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. Right? He brings the talent. He surrounds himself with amazing talent. Kamala Harris, what did she get? Beyonce, right? And fucking who else? Right? So all the other stooges, right?
The principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election.
William R. Hall says the voters didn't forget the scamdemic either. Right. Forcing people 6 feet away, shutting down schools, forcing young children to wear masks, forcing sick people with COVID into nursing homes where the most vulnerable Americans live, the elderly, and infecting them with COVID-19 and killing thousands of them. This all happened. Or how many bombs did they drop? How many bombs did they pay for Israel to drop bombs on Palestine and Gaza, and now Lebanon and Ukraine and Syria and all the other places that these people have started these quagmire wars? Guilty as charged. Time to go, time to get the fuck out.
We accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny.
All right, what about when the Democrats threw 200,000 Bernie Sanders votes in the garbage, right? That's not election. That's a peaceful transfer of power. No, we don't like this guy. Get rid of him. Right? Get rid of his votes. Right? Fucking tyranny, right?
And
I never see Trump doing that. I never saw Trump, do anything like that.
One who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Right, and in that Constitution, the first couple of lines say freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to the right to bear arms and such. So what part of the Constitution didn't you read? Right? Would you skip over those two, the first two?
And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance.
She doesn't believe in no God. She doesn't believe in any God. This is like watching a toilet bowl flush, right? It's like watching the turd spin around in the toilet, right? For lack of a better descriptive, right? She really is. Or watching, or having, when you drag out your garbage sometimes, right? And it's been sitting there a while and it starts to smell, right? And you have no lid and you just want to get rid of the garbage. You want to drag the garbage out into the street as fast as you can so the garbage man can come and pick it up, right? And you even feel bad for the people who have to pass your garbage pail that smells until the garbage men finally come and pick it up. That's Kamala Harris. She's the garbage sitting in the pail waiting to be brought to the landfill.
To all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Bye.
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation.
Hi, I'm Bert.
By the way, she's addressing, where she is, right? Excuse me. She's at Brown University. She's at Brown, right? Brown, is that where they did it? Brown, Kamala Harris, fucking, where are they? This is at Brown University. When the camera swings around, you'll see all brown faces. She chose to give her concession speech to a crowd of Browns. Why? Why did you give do you talk about racial discrimination? You talk about segregation? You go to a black university even though you went there? That's fucked up.
Reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do.
You mean like the vaccines, right? Is that what she's talking about? Oh, she's talking about abortion, but she failed to remember that the government forced people into the doctor's office to get an injection that turned out to be dangerous to a lot of people, right? And still is. Right? There's still people still line up for that shit, the COVID shot.
We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
That's like platitude. That's like layers of platitude. You heard that line? It's just like there's a platitude, and then you lay another platitude on top of it, and a third platitude. Why don't they just fire their fucking script writers? Get somebody real, right? Get like Conan O'Brien.
And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth.
Mike G says, I haven't heard a single Democrat voter complain about not having a primary. They just sat there and took the gaslighting wild. Right? It's wild. It is wild. Right? Could you imagine that? Right? There's no primary. Right? Even Obama said, let's have a primary. Right? You would have had people at least step in and people that might have been able to win get in there. Yeah. They did it. You know, did they know that Joe Biden was going to drop out? Did anybody really realize the degree to which Joe Biden was senile? Or was that all just part of a plan, part of a scheme to get Kamala Harris in there? Well, we don't know. There is one outside flyer, right? If Kamala Harris is ever to come back into politics, right, it's going to be before January, right? Because right now, Biden is a lame duck, and he sits there and waits for Trump to come in and take the presidency. But there's still 2 months left. Kamala Harris could still become the president. She is the sitting vice president. Right, and the Speaker of the House is third. But if Joe Biden dies, this is President Kamala Harris. Right? See, we don't know what part of the story we're in right now. If you play this video, if Kamala Harris becomes the president because Joe Biden dies, this would be this video right here is ridiculous. Right? This messaging right here is ridiculous. So there is an outside shot that Joe Biden could die in office. There's no doubt about that. He's already half dead. And Kamala Harris becomes president. Now, what kind of damage can Kamala Harris do in less than fucking a month? Right? Probably a lot. Right? So I just thought I'd put that out there. It's not over until she's gone.
In the courts and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking.
By what? Locking up all the people around you? By going after people and knocking their door down with FBI, looking for boxes of nothing? All on the record. Everything that the Democrats did to Trump, their opponent, and did to the American people, the censorship, the Twitter files, it's all on the record, man. These people got to go. And this is it. We're seeing it.
In the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight that all people deserve, the dignity. Right? It's ridiculous.
It sounds like a third grade, you know. This is like the third grade fucking talent show.
Freedom will take hard work. But like I always say, we like hard work.
I always say, we like hard work. She put on a black voice.
Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it.
I really wonder if her earrings are. There was always a speculation that her earrings are actual fucking earpieces, right? Where she can hear someone's transmitting through her. She's wearing a transmitter because only a woman can do that unless a man has long hair. I can do it. You don't know what's in my ears, but we don't know what's in Kamala Harris's ears. Is that a foul in politics? Someone coaching you while you're speaking? I don't know. To me, it would be a distraction, but to some people, they need to be fed lines because they have no lines of their own.
To the young people who are watching, it is. I love you.
She's at a college. Of course, the kids are there. To the young people, you got an audience. You picked an audience full of young people, blacks.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes
What do you mean fight? Like Antifa? Like burning the streets of New York? Burning fucking Portland to the ground? Right? Come on. Let's not forget the riots either. Let's not forget the race riots. The George Floyd era.
fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win.
That means we won't win. She took a fucking class in Shakespeare. That means we won't win.
The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place.
Ouch.
You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world.
What if I told you that you could block all ads or get paid to see them? My name's Brandon Moore. I'm an engineer here at Pi.
I don't care about your
And
ads.
so to everyone who is watching,
You know, the best part of today is that there's no more political ads here in Pennsylvania. We were getting bombed. You couldn't even listen to the radio without hearing fucking Kamala Harris talk about her bullshit about, everybody first-time home buyers are going to get $25,000 and sink the banks.
despair. This is not a time.
Let's just watch the market. Oh, man, what the fuck? What's up with Trump's stock down 15%? You won the presidency. The shit needs to go up. So traders are cashing in right now, it looks like, on Trump's victory in DJT. What's the whole shit? So we saw as high as 55. We're at 30 right now. It's very volatile. It's a volatile stock right now. Are we going to continue to go up? What is the true value of DJT? Well, I would say the higher it goes up, the more money lands in Trump's pocket. Right? Trump owns 60% of the float. And markets were up big yesterday. Wall Street loved the idea that Trump was the victor. The Dow was up 1,500 points yesterday. NASDAQ was up about 150, I think. I forget yesterday, but right now the Dow is flat or down 16. NASDAQ up another 169. Incredible run. Incredible NASDAQ run. TQQQ, $81 a share at the open. Trump stock is down 5 points right now, 5.5 points to down 16%. What are people thinking over there? I don't know. Matt Bell says install YouTube. Fucking no ads. Install YouTube revanced. I don't know. Do you have to pay for that? I don't pay for any of these subscriptions. I refuse to pay for them. Not refuse, but I don't get anything out of it. So why pay? Markets are way up. And also I like to see the commercials because I wouldn't have known what the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz or Trump advertisements were unless I saw them. And it's really pretty much what this one was saying the whole time. So let's continue, and then we'll say our final goodbye to Kamala Harris.
Time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look,
listen to the crowd. There's no reaction. It's just silent. It's like blah.
Many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight.
Wow. Talk about an exit. Man, she's over. She's through.
Fight
There's nothing redeemable about her at all.
for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this.
Okay.
There's an adage an historian once called a law of history.
The law of history. This was actually pretty good. I think this was a shining moment. Let's listen.
True of every society across the ages.
Okay.
The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.
That's interesting. It's only when it's dark enough can you see the stars. Right? And man, did the Democratic Party see the stars. The Democratic Party, all of them said no fucking way. Not all of them, but enough. You know, where was if Biden got 80 million votes and Kamala Harris got less than 60 or around 60 million, where's those other 20 million people? They fucking took off, man. But only when it's dark can you see the stars. The darker it is, the more you see the stars. True.
I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time. But for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case.
We only see it as a dark time because you've painted Trump as a Russian asset and the darkness that surrounds that other party, and you do it for your own political power, your own position, right? And because you're not really good at the rhetoric, you get a guy like Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, to go after your political enemies. You know, Letitia James and the rest of those guys. All those cases against Trump, by the way, are gone. None of them will stick. The Supreme Court will chop down and slice and dice and throw in the garbage every single one of them. This shit is over.
But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
Can we get a last cackle? Can we get a cackle?
H.U. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Good fucking riddance. Goodbye, you loser. Goodbye, Kamala Harris. See that? Oh man, that was the best picture. The best picture was her back. Where's the fucking? I want to see her back again. This is the image I want to remember. Oops. Where's the image? I want to check this out. Here's the image I want to. Yeah. That. Whoa. Fuck you, man. Right there. Right there. That's the. I want the shot of the back. There we go. Boom. That's the image I want to see right there. Right. That's the image we'll remember of Kamala Harris. Turning around and walking away, right? Good fucking bye, Kamala Harris, you loser. So Mark's Conte reporting. I hope that was a fair shake for Kamala Harris, and congratulations to the great Donald Trump. Congratulations to America. Congratulations to the world. You have it looks like a steady hand at the realm again, a steady hand at the driver's seat with Trump. Hopefully he won't escalate the trade wars with China. I think that's all flex. And hopefully we'll see a boom in America again. We'll see a renewed interest in lifting the country up instead of tearing it down like we've seen over the last few years. So you guys have a great weekend. Today is Thursday. I'll see you guys on Monday. And again, have a great weekend. And I mean that. Enjoy yourself. Walk around. Smell the air, right? Let the sun hit you. Drink some water, and know that it's a better day in America. A little better. Right? It's a little better, and democracy has spoken. Right? This is how democracy works. You have a rogue. You know, we have that. We have that in America for lack of a better anything else. You don't have that in Russia. You certainly didn't have that in Palestine. You have it in America, where the people can stand up and get rid of a corrupt party through their elections, right? Defend the elections. Will Trump move towards paper ballots? Probably not, right? However it was set up is how Trump won, and that's how politicians pretty much operate. I'll see you guys Monday. Mark Conte reporting.